I can record. Okay.
Okay, so today's training is more about how to create a People of Action campaign. The big message this year has been from Rotary International is to promote your club and to inspire your community. And the easiest way to do that is with the People of Action campaign. This is a campaign that Rotary International has developed for clubs specifically and districts that comes with messaging, and it's supposed to help tell and show what Rotary is all about. Next slide. So the People of Action campaign. So it provides a simple and consistent answer to the question, what is Rotary? It rallies around a single idea, telling and showing the word that we are people of action. And the People of Action template provides the messaging that creates a personal connection with our audience by emphasizing how we create change in the communities that we serve. Next slide.
I know it's not going. There it goes.
It's not going. It's okay. Okay, so what we really want to do with the People of Action campaign is to show our members in action, all right? So there are two ways. The best way to do that to start with is to create an image using the People of Action templates, either at the brand center, or there's even somebody actually, a Rotarian, came up with an app, People of Action Editor app, that is also available to for people to use. What you do is you upload your image into the template. You select one of the verbs and you add it to your photo. Now, go back.
Sorry.
So the big thing is look at the verbs that they have available. It's connect, empower, end polio, fight hunger, save lives, inspire, learn, mentor, promote peace, and transform. Now, what this does is when you add those words to an image, it completely transforms the perception of what people see. So if you'll see the image that I have here on this slide, it was one that one of the clubs had together. They were doing hygiene exams here. They were helping the children. And so we put one together, we empower. This is what the clubs submitted to me for part of our Rotary Rockstar Games. So as you can see, that changes the message of what is actually happening in the photo. Next slide. So first step with the campaign is create an image. Use either use over the template over the brand center, or use the photo editor that you can find the link on the district website. The next thing is what you need to do is tell your People of Action story. So you're going to create a post, you have an image, now you're going to create your story. Best thing to do is keep it short, informative, and inspiring. So what you want to do first is tell what action you took. Now, not necessarily does it have to be what the verb says here on the image, like together we fight hunger, but it could be, you know, the Rotary Club, a Fair Oaks Ranch, however, you tell, sorry, now I'm stuck here. Okay, so you can tell what they did. The other thing is what you can do, what did you accomplish? For this image right here, this was done from the San Antonio Pearl Club. And what they did is they fed the homeless here in this image, right? What you should do also inside of your post is include a call to action, right? So learn more, or which I normally do is put learn more, come back to the website, find more details, volunteer here. You can add in your sign-up link if you want them to become a volunteer. And don't forget to add in the hashtags, People of Action. The one we use for the district is D5840 Service Strong and hashtag Rotary. Next slide. So here are some tools and resources on the district website, right? So I'm not sure how many of you have been onto the district website. Show of hands. Arden, can you see how many? Is that good, bad,
Um,
not many?
well, with me presenting, I can't really see how many, but
Okay, okay, cool. All right.
we
So
can-
here on the district website, we have all kinds of tools that the public image team has created for you. We make it easy for you to be able to promote yourself on the district website to submit your story. We also have a promotion to promote your members. If you look over here to the right-hand side, we have a box that says promote your members where there's a button so where you can submit your new members and one for a member spotlight graphic. Now, if you hit the new members, the district, it's this yellow graphic over here to the far left. And the district will actually promote this on our district Facebook page and Instagram page. And then the member spotlight one is one that I will create for you and send it back to you so you can promote on your social media pages. We also have a button here for public image help. If you are stuck on a design or you're not sure whether your poster is compliant, please send us click here on this button, fill out the form, and we will help you on that. We also have a button or a section over here for the Online Speakers Bureau. So if you want to add a speaker or are looking for a speaker, you can find information right here. Next slide.
Pam, real quick.
Sure.
I just wanted to mention real quick. I mean, I mentioned that I've been in the Rotary for like 13 years. I'll tell you though, I never really engaged with the district. Sorry, my dog is now going to squeak. But anyways, I never really engaged with the website for the district until maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And I'm wondering whether or not that is normal. I feel like a lot of times the clubs stay within their club and they really don't engage with the district as much, but I really wish that Valerie, would you please stop? I'm talking. Anyways, I wish there was a way to really get everybody engaged with the district because there is so much information here, so much more than our clubs have. But I feel like sometimes they kind of just stay in their own little bubble. But there's a lot outside of that bubble that can really help them. So I just wanted to mention that.
Thank you, Leanne.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Arden, next slide. So one of the big things that we have on the district website is a public image resources for clubs. And if you go into the top of the navigation across the bar on the top at the district homepage, it will say public image. And the first link down there is a public image resources for clubs. And in here, I have sections that talk about the Rotary Brand Center. It gives you the link to the brand center. It gives you information on how to create a club master brand logo. The color codes are there so you can see everything for the visual style guide that Rotary International has as well. Other tools and resources we have on here are the New Year Public Image Checklist. This is the checklist that club presidents and PI chairs should be looking at. It tells you what you should be getting ready for and what you need to look for when you start the new year, like checking who your admin is, making sure you have access into your district website, making sure that you have the correct logo and other information. On here, I have a brand new item that I have created for this year. It is called a pre-event checklist. One of the most requested presentations that clubs have asked for is how and what to do before an event. So this year, instead of having a presentation or along with a presentation, I am giving you a checklist. Arden, can you pop that up real fast, or are you going to put it in the Dropbox?
it's right here.
Okay.
Are you seeing it?
So in this,
Okay.
yeah, I can see it. So in this the public image pre-event checklist, in here, it gives you steps 12 weeks before an event on what you should get ready, what if you're going to have a fundraiser, when you should be setting up your registration, items that or providers, third-party softwares that you might use with that. That also tells you when in a timeline for when you should be creating your marketing materials, what you should be doing for when you should promote this on your website, when you should do it on social media, and it gives you all the steps. So Arden is going to put this in the chat box. So if anybody wants to go ahead and just download it from here, You can also find it directly on the district website under the Public Image Resources tab, under Tools and Resources.
Pam, I don't suppose this is something that we can send directly to all public image and or membership chairs?
We can definitely do that, but tonight I have it right here, but I will
Yeah.
be sending it out to them.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks really
Right.
good, Pam.
Thank you. Leanne wanted me to make this all interactive, but for now it's a graphic. But we can make it an interactive PDF file as well. Okay, Arden, if we can go back to the slides.
Okay,
Another new tool that we created this year for the clubs is a media contact list. I have to give a shout out to Bruce Smith from the San Marcos Club. He helped me put together a list of media contacts that in the San Antonio area. We have radio, newsletter, TV, and we have some online calendars on the media contact list. So this is brand new. Okay, this is a huge tool for clubs. You know, we encourage all clubs, whenever you have an event and a service project, to create a press release, right? The reason for the press release, because it's like your Bible. It tells the why about what is going on for your event. And if you create this in the very beginning, and that's the reason why the pre-event checklist is there, that talks about the press release, it gives you all the information and all the details for the event. And once you've created this press release, you can then give it out to your members. This way, everybody knows why we're having that event. I mean, there's so many times when you've had an event and one person will say, well, I think it's because we're supporting the kids. Another one says, well, I think it's because we're giving money to the food bank, but nobody really knows. So it's great if you can create the press release that gives all that information. So, and with the press release, you can then take that and use that media contact list and try to get press for your event, right? So here are all these tools for you that we wanted to share. Also in here, I have the section for the people of action. So the big thing is, again, so when we're talking about promoting your club and inspiring your community, the best way to do that is by using a people of action campaign. On that people of action section here on the website, I have the people of action editor, which you can link directly to, and I link directly to the brand center so you have access to the templates. You can either use a Rotary graphic that they already have up there or add in your own club specific. These are great tools to be able to post up whenever you're having an event because it positions you. Again, you want to use this for social media and you want to be able to use this whenever you have an event because it does help position what your club does and what you're doing in the community.
Yeah.
Also on this page, there is Rotary logos that you can download. And there's our team members are listed out here as well. And there's a button on that page also to submit your club story and event and for public image help.
Yeah, I was going to say real quick too, this is a big deal, y'all, because in the past, every other public image, presentation that we were part of, we would say, this is what you need to do, but nobody has the manpower or woman power to make it happen. But now all of a sudden we have all of these tools at our disposal to, like, here is the media. We're not asking you to go find your media contacts. Bruce and Pam have done that, and it's all right here. So this really is a huge deal. And I applaud Pam and Bruce for getting that all together because I know I made an attempt, but it's a lot. It's a whole lot of information to try and get from all of the different media contacts. So having that at our disposal is a huge deal. And I hope that this was going to help a lot of the clubs really promote their events and Rotary as a whole.
Thank you, Leanne. Next slide. So one of the other things that we are doing at the district to help the clubs is our public image challenge. Okay, so this is developed to help clubs promote themselves at the district level, in the community, and at Rotary International. Now, each one of these helps us complete a goal, but it also promotes yourself. One of the first level was to help you set your goals for public image for this year. The next one was to promote your club as people of action. This actually taught you how to use and where the tools were to use that people of action editor and the brand center templates. Level 3 was to promote your club at the districts by submitting an event and a story to the district. So we have content to share about you and to promote you. Level 4 was to help your club promote membership by using the new member spotlight tool. That one is super simple. Again, you submit the graphic, you submit the name, I create the graphic, and I send it back to you and you promote it. Super simple. Level 5 was to create a press release. This is what we've been asking the clubs to do. Level 6 and level 7 were extra bonus rounds. And level 6 was learning how to promote your club at Rotary International by using Rotary Showcase. Now, everybody asked me, Pam, I would like to get my story inside of the Rotarian magazine, or the Rotary magazine. How do I do that? Rotary International uses projects that are uploaded into Rotary Showcase to promote those in their magazine. So if you upload it there, Rotary International is looking. It's also where you can enter your volunteer hours and the funding and the goals that you reach. All this information is reported in the Rotary Showcase. They have a money tally about how much money has been spent and how much money or how many volunteer hours. And that's that rolling total. Every year, John Hugo goes up there at Rotary International and says, we used to have this many volunteer hours for the Rotary clubs, and this is how much money that we have spent. And this is where that money is tallied. So it would be great to get yourself counted in this section by uploading your information there. And the last one is we're asking clubs to submit a copy of their published story. Now, we have had at least 6 clubs who have completed the challenge already. Dwayne has promised me that we will give out money to 3 of the clubs. So if we have enough clubs that finish the challenge, we will have a raffle at the district conference on May 6th. So I'm asking you, please complete the challenge. It doesn't matter if you haven't started it or you're halfway through, you still have until May 1st to complete the challenge. And every year we have been using this type of challenge. I normally change it up a little bit, but it's to help guide the clubs on tools and ways that they can promote themselves. Next slide.
Sorry.
Okay. So I want to recap. So for People of Action, the thing is, again, promote your club, inspire community, right? So what you want to do first is create a People of Action photo. It's easy. You can use the template maker at the brand center or use the photo editor. You upload an image, you select Rotary template. Now, I do have training videos and exactly how to use both of these on the public image resources page. So it's easy. Just follow the video. So you create your photo and then you go to post it and you talk about your impact. So the Rotary Club of Fair Oaks, they packed food for the hungry on this date. We help this such and such community. You want to show the impact that you have made and who you have helped. And in that, when you're doing that, tag the organization. I just did one for New Braunfels. New Braunfels works out at the food bank. I tagged the food bank and I tagged the club and how they helped 300 families. That's what you need to do. It's short and sweet. It doesn't have to be complex, but promoting yourself that way and positioning your club that way as People of Action is how you can inspire your community. Again, we had 2 new tools. We talked about the new media contact list and the pre-event checklist. And then we spoke about the public image Rockstar Challenge. Does anybody have any questions?
Pam, nothing on the chat, so I guess we'll just take questions as they come up.
I have a question.
Hey, go ahead, Monique. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, quite right. One of your words you said that was most powerful was empower. What were the other words?
I can go back.
Inspire. Yeah,
Go
I can go back to the slide.
There it is.
Yep. So they have connect, empower, end polio, fight hunger. Now, you may not be doing that exactly in that image, but once you put the words on there, it changes the perception of the image, and that's what you're trying to do. It'd be great if you have something of action, doing something, not just standing there smiling, but you could just be, and you know, if you want to pose for it, like you're digging in the ground, saying that you're transforming. This next month is for April is Environment Month, right? So you could be saying that we are transforming the community and just act like you're digging in the dirt and you're positioning your picture and then you create the story around that.
Pam,
Okay.
are we still getting people of action photos where they're just posing? Is that still happening?
No,
Okay,
they are not.
good,
People are actually doing that. But the idea
Okay.
is you can change the
Right.
perception of the
Absolutely.
image just by adding a verb to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
I know that
Pam,
some
I
of
don't
them,
know if
so I've had some complaints. Some people have said, you know, Pam, there's not enough of these, you know, that we have other words. Now they haven't changed that yet, but this is what Rotary has given us. And so it is a challenge sometimes. So
This is a lot more than when they started. We probably
Yes.
had half of these words when we started, so they have added more to it. So that
they
seems like
do, they
a
do.
good, yeah.
Pam, I don't know how long we're supposed to go tonight, but is there a way you could do one for us? Show us the overlay, putting it on. I don't care which of the
Do
two
you want me to
systems
use
you
a brand
use.
center or do you want me to use the people
You,
of
use a photo that, because most of us want to customize our photos. So if you could just,
would you
share
like
your
me to use
screen
the
and do
brand
it.
center?
I
Yeah,
would
I can
say
do
use
it.
the brand center just so that people get used to going to
Using the
the
brand
district
center?
site to do this as opposed to that other one that we can use.
Okay, so one of the first steps you're going to have to do when you use the brand center is you have to have a My Rotary account. Okay.
And everybody on this Zoom call has a My Rotary account, I'm sure.
So once you're inside and you've logged into My Rotary, you come to the member center and you go to online tools and you go to brand center. And in here, you can see they have different sections. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to People of Action. And click where it says Marketing Materials. Promotional Materials, People of Action. So in here, they offer 3 different sizes. They have one for a print ad. Again, this is the one that you're going to want to display when you have an event. Okay. They actually add a little bit of verbiage on here that positions that talks about Rotary International, about what we do and how we support our community and the world. Then there's the Facebook post, and then there is the banner type. The one that you want to use for posting is this one. You click the button that says create. So in here, you can either first choose your verb, choose an image. And if you were to just use the Rotary International templates, meaning they already have images there, you can just download those. If you don't want to use your own images and you're doing something really fast, you can use the template design they have here. This one is Connect. They have one for each one of these for Empower. And I'm sure you've seen these because these are in the Rotary magazine. But what you want to do if you want to upload your own is you say upload your own, and then you select one. So you're going to upload your image. Okay, so I won't say I'm a stalker, but I do collect everybody's photos. Okay.
You're a
For your
stalker,
social
Pam.
media. Okay, I'm a stalker. So I have many of the clubs that if they've done something, I have an image inside here. So who did one? Kerrville Morning had one where they actually were working on a house. They redid a house for a family that had lost their home, right? So we'll use this image. So you can see how this goes in here. You want to see how it goes. It's already positioned. Notice they put no shadow, no color on this. This is how it's supposed to look. This is how Rotary would like it to look. Now, I can choose the verb. Empower, because I know the story, it empowered a family to have a home of their own, right? We could say it inspired others, meaning like whatever the verb is, you can change it to be how you want to write your story. You could also say we transform lives because we're doing this, giving a family a home, right? Once you have selected the correct verb of what you want and how you want to position your story, you can, it says you can crop or resize it. I haven't really played with that, but I think we're good on where the image is, like wanting to move it up a little. So it's not in this way. What if it was on, what if the verb, what if this language came on top of the guy's face? So you might want to move it smaller or
Mhm.
bigger or not. And then you click download.
Thanks,
You have a
Pam.
selection of the, go ahead.
It always sounds more complicated till you actually just do one,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
guess is what, and thank you for doing that.
Yeah, sure. Not a problem, Christy. Not a problem. You always make me go through the little steps, and that's always better. That always makes it better. It's all good. I like it. It's all good.
Just from a high level, Pam, what's the difference between the brand center and the photo editor? Is it just the same process?
The
Are you
photo
able-
editor is a little bit more difficult because you actually get to, you have to tell it which template you want. And you, in the photo editor, mind you, they actually allowed you to change colors too
Okay.
of the thing. So, I mean, I can show you that one as well.
Yeah,
Hopefully
if we have time. Yeah.
Yeah, we have time.
While Pam's doing that, I just wanted to mention too, real quick, regardless of where we're posting photos, please make sure you've got some diversity in your photos. It's something that, you know, I've had to worry about for 25 years, because you don't want the same classification of people and somebody always seeing a bunch of white men or a bunch of white women. At any time that you've got an opportunity to show diversity in your club, ages, and just anything like that, consider that, because you know it can be a legal thing at times if a company, as an example, only shows a bunch of white men in their photos. So it can come back. So just try when you can, without making it to be a big deal, to show diversity for your club, ages and ethnicities and all kinds of fun stuff, because we are a diverse club, I hope.
Yep. Okay, so this is the People of Action editor. It opens up just like this, and you can open a photo, create new, either one. What you're going to do is you're going to upload an image. I don't see it uploading the image. So we can use a different one. Let's go back up here. This one is from Beeville. And they did a cleanup project. So you upload your image, you click templates. Now you can use this because they have it for Rotary, Rotaract, and Interact, but because it is, you're a club, you're going to click Rotary, and in here, it gives you the verbs again. But they have added one extra one. Together we have fun, right?
And I
But
think
with
that
this
answers
one,
on
huh?
chat. I think that answers a question on chat. I think, Melissa, that you had around using it for other Interact and Rotaract. So that's good.
Yeah.
And this one's
So
posed,
again-
so it's not ideal, but at least they're in their, their vests and they
Right.
are doing something.
With the app, you actually can change the size of the wording and you can move it different places. I suggest not putting it directly on the face. Some of the the issues that you may have is that there's shadow. Now, they do allow you to put a shadow on it, but that's not what Rotary International would like you to do. You might be able to give it just a little bit so it stands out a little bit off the page. And then you hit save. So in the brand center, it's one size. They all come with one size. But in the photo editor, you can change the size of this. Again, it also allows you to change the color. Rotary International does not want you to change the color. I'm not sure why the gentleman who created the app gave it the color, but I normally don't use the color on it because that's not what Rotary International asks you to.
Now, when you say color, Pam, are you talking about like switching from, CMYK or RGB back over to CMYK, or are you talking about the color of the words?
The color of the words.
Okay, that's
Watch.
a different story.
So watch. So watch. So let me show you this.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should be consistent.
It should be consistent.
Yeah.
But see Rotary International doesn't condone that. They don't want you to do that.
Ooh,
They want you to keep it white.
Yeah.
So I don't train people to change the color. What I will do a little bit is maybe give it a little bit of shadow. If I see something's right here, maybe just a little, but not much, because you're not really supposed to shadow anything.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit, just so if it's tight and I can't see where it is on those things, but that's as much as I do. And nobody's gonna say one thing or the other, but as long as it stays the white color, then you're good.
Yeah. This is a good photo just to explain that if you're somebody that have not been part of Rotary and this is out there on the web or anything, and nothing against them, but there's no diversity here in terms of if I'm Asian or if I'm an African American, I don't see myself joining this club because all I see is a bunch of white people. So nothing against anybody. I'm just saying it's a reality that you want somebody to see an image and you want them to see themselves as part of the club. And if somebody who's not white looks at this, they're going to think, oh, I probably won't be accepted. It's just a reality of life, unfortunately.
So
that we
hold on,
have to think
Leanne.
about
We'll
that.
work on that
Hold
up in Fredericksburg.
Yeah, but hold on. Let's not forget, like, we have to represent our community, right? If
Absolutely.
our community looks like that, then that's what our community looks like. I don't want us to go be intentional, or force it. It's just
No,
diversity is, representing our community, right? So if our community is all Hispanics or of our community,
absolutely.
that's what it is. But yes, I mean, we do need to have and encourage diversity, but we also have to make sure that we're expressing what our community looks like.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You're not going to go over to Asia and see a bunch of white people, but it
Yes,
is a reality that we want to make sure that in anything that we do, that we are embracing everybody.
Correct.
That it's not just, hey, look at this is just a bunch of women, or it's a bunch of men, or it's whatever it is. That, it's just, I think it's just important, and it's just an ongoing issue.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Does
Pam.
anybody have any more questions?
No, and there's nothing on the chat. So
Okay.
other than Tiffany Harris said, Bruce does an awesome job getting our meetings mentioned in our local paper. So shout out.
He
to-
does an awesome job. Yep, he does. He does.
All right. So I guess
I
if we have
appreciate
no
it.
more
Yes.
questions, we can conclude the meeting. Let me find the record.